persevering through this time we're in right now. Good luck.
Mrs. D here. I want to give you congratulations to the 2020 graduates at Xavier. And I want to give you some words of advice. Number 1 is always be kind. Number 2, be a very good listener. Number 3, be positive. If you're always negative, it'll just get you down in life. And the 4th thing is just remember that nobody's perfect and that you will make mistakes and it's okay. If you do make mistakes, ask for forgiveness, learn from those mistakes, and you will go far in life. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I know that this is not how you wanted your senior year to end, but I hope you are looking forward to your wonderful future. It can only get better from here. And I wish you luck in the future, and I hope that you visit and come and say hi when you do. Good luck to you.
Yes! Congratulations, my class of 2020. I'm so proud of you. And, geez, Louise, this brings me back to when I met most of you, and that was when I was out on the playground and you were just a bunch of little munchkins. Can you believe you actually grew up? Ha ha ha! It's crazy, right? A big congratulations to all of you for graduating, and I wish you the best of luck as you go on into the world. Please keep in touch and let me know how you do.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I have loved you since the 4th grade. We have had some great experiences together through the years. You were the first Middle Ages tournament, the first Treasure Island scavenger hunt, and the day you left my room, I sobbed after you were gone. We've had countless high school dances together, and I've loved every minute. I want to send you on your way with my very best wishes. Always remember that Mrs. Robbins is in your corner, and I'm hoping for nothing but the greatest success and happiness for each and every one of you. Best wishes.
Hello, graduates of 2020. Congratulations. You are part of living history, and I hope you take that with you and do great things. I hope you take all the virtues that Xavier has given you and become our next great generation of Americans. I'm so proud of you for overcoming these obstacles that we face this year, and congrats. You are amazing.
Seniors, class of 2020, you made it. You did it. Oh my goodness, all these extra challenges you've had over the past couple months, you have pushed through, and here you are. I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations. Best wishes for all of you. This is Miss Stacy, over and out.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Go forth and be the leaders of tomorrow.
Hey graduates, do you realize you were born for such a time as this, right now? Let these words inspire you toward the one defining moment we as humans all long for, the chance to make a difference. This is your moment, guys. Take it and run.
Hi, I just wanted to say congratulations to our Xavier graduates. We are so proud of you, and I'm sorry that we didn't have a chance to end our days like we normally do, but we are so proud of you. My word to you is that when there is much change, where there is much change, there is much opportunity. And that is what it can be looked for during this time. So congratulations, and please come back and come see us.
This poem is called The Laughing Heart by Henry Charles Bukowski. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on watch. There are ways out. There is light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often that you do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you.
Well done, seniors. I'm proud of all your accomplishments, your efforts, and your successes during these weird, trying times. I know this has been interesting for you. I have a message for you. It's an air drumming message. The song Right Now by Van Halen. I believe believe it's your time right now. We're going to celebrate with you right now.
Happy graduation day! We're so excited for you. I miss you. I've missed you over the school closure, but I am so excited to see the amazing things that you do in your future and the incredible people that you become. I know that you have so much to offer and that you are going to go forth and do incredible things, and I just hope you come back and visit us sometime. And I've loved teaching you, and I wish you luck on all of your future endeavors.
Seniors, while you were at Xavier Charter School, we tried to mold your character into something greater. Then, at the climax of your secondary education, civilization collapsed. Now, as you make your way in this post-apocalyptic present, remember what you learned here. Reflect upon the virtues found in the classics, and you will be a better human and an asset to your family, your community, your country, and your world. Congratulations.
2020. Many of you I have had the opportunity to teach, and some of you I have not, but I have enjoyed watching all of you grow into the fine young adults that you have become. Good luck, and enjoy your next step in your life's journey.
And I am so proud of all that each of you have done, and I look forward with great anticipation to see what you do in the future as you continue your hero's journey. I'm so excited to see where y'all go. I hope you keep in touch and let us know, and I hope that as we consider the question of what then is America, that you can have some tools and be able to find ways to contribute to a brighter and a better America in the future. And I'm so proud of each of you. I love you dearly. I'll always be your school mom, and I wish you the very, very best moving forward.
Mrs. Hall, I'm just sending you a message to tell you how proud I am of you for graduating. I look back often on my first year of teaching there at Xavier and you little 8th graders and how much support you gave me. Even though there were trials, there was lots of laughter along the way, and I definitely miss those times when I got to teach you. I'm so very proud of you, and I hope that you continue doing great things in life. Bye.
To the great class of 2020, who would have figured the last year and the last quarter of your career at Xavier Charter School, you'd be at home because of this pandemic virus. But you guys made it. You didn't give up. You didn't quit. Congratulations to the great class of 2020. Yay!
Graduates, you need to bring your chairs into the fire lane, and everyone else, we need you to be in your cars, please.
taught some of you in kindergarten, and I just want to congratulate you all for graduating and for persevering through this time we're in right now. Good luck.
Mrs. D here. I want to give you congratulations to the 2020 graduates at Xavier. And I want to give you some words of advice. Number 1 is always be kind. Number 2, be a very good listener. Number 3, be positive. If you're always negative, it'll just get you down in life. And the 4th thing is just remember that nobody's perfect and that you will make mistakes, and it's okay. If you do make mistakes, ask for forgiveness, learn from those mistakes, and you will go far in life. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I know that this is not how you wanted your senior year to end, but I hope you are looking forward to your wonderful future. It can only get better from here. And I wish you luck in the future, and I hope that you visit and come and say hi when you do. Good luck to you.
Yes! Congratulations, my class of 2020. I'm so proud of you. And, geez, Louise, this brings me back to when I met most of you, and that was when I was out on the playground and you were just a bunch of little munchkins. Can you believe you actually grew up? Ha ha ha! It's crazy, right? A big congratulations to all of you for graduating, and I wish you the best of luck as you go on into the world. Please keep in touch and let me know how you do.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I have loved you since the 4th grade. We have had some great experiences together through the years. You were the first Middle Ages tournament, the first Treasure Island scavenger hunt, and the day you left my room, I sobbed after you were gone. We've had countless high school dances together, and I've loved every minute. I want to send you on your way with my very best wishes. Always remember that Mrs. Robbins is in your corner, and I'm hoping for nothing but the greatest success and happiness for each and every one of you. Best wishes.
Hello, graduates of 2020. Congratulations. You are part of living history, and I hope you take that with you and do great things. I hope you take all the virtues that Xavier has given you and become our next great generation of Americans. I'm so proud of you for overcoming these obstacles that we face this year, and congrats. You are amazing.
Seniors, class of 2020, you made it. You did it. Oh my goodness, all these extra challenges you've had over the past couple months, you have pushed through, and here you are. I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations. Best wishes for all of you. This is Miss Stacy, over and out.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Go forth and be the leaders of tomorrow.
Hey graduates, do you realize you were born for such a time as this, right now? Let these words inspire you toward the one defining moment we as humans all long for, the chance to make a difference. This is your moment, guys. Take it and run.
Hi, I just wanted to say congratulations to our Xavier graduates. We are so proud of you, and I'm sorry that we didn't have a chance to end our days like we normally do, but we are so proud of you. My word to you is that when there is much change, where there is much change, there is much opportunity, and that is what it can be looked for during this time. So congratulations, and please come back and come see us.
This poem is called The Laughing Heart by Henry Charles Bukowski. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on watch. There are ways out. There is light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often that you do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you.
Well done, seniors. I'm proud of all your accomplishments, your efforts, and your successes during these weird, trying times. I know this has been interesting for you, I have a message for you. It's an air drumming message. The song Right Now by Van Halen. I believe it's your time right now. We're going to celebrate with you right now.
Happy graduation day! We're so excited for you. I miss you. I've missed you over the school closure, but I am so excited to see the amazing things that you do in your future and the incredible people that you become. I know that you have so much to offer and that you are going to go forth and do incredible things, and I just hope you come back and visit us sometime. And I've loved teaching you, and I wish you luck on all of your future endeavors.
Seniors, while you were at Xavier Charter School, we tried to mold your character into something greater. Then, at the climax of your secondary education, civilization collapsed. Now, as you make your way in this post-apocalyptic present, remember what you learned here. Reflect upon the virtues found in the classics, and you will be a better human and an asset to your family, your community, your country, and your world. Congratulations.
2020. Many of you I have had the opportunity to teach, and some of you I have not, but I have enjoyed watching all of you grow into the fine young adults that you have become. Good luck, and enjoy your next step in your life's journey.
And I am so proud of all that each of you have done, and I look forward with great anticipation to see what you do in the future as you continue your hero's journey. I'm so excited to see where y'all go. I hope you keep in touch and let us know, and I hope that as we consider the question of what then is America, that you can have some tools and be able to find ways to contribute to a brighter and a better America in the future. And I'm so proud of each of you. I love you dearly. I'll always be your school mom, and I wish you the very, very best moving forward.
Mrs. Hall, I'm just sending you a message to tell you how proud I am of you for graduating. I look back often on my first year of teaching there at Xavier and you little 8th graders and how much support you gave me. Even though there were trials, there was lots of laughter along the way, and I definitely miss those times when I got to teach you. I'm so very proud of you, and I hope that you continue doing great things in life. Bye.
To the great class of 2020, who would have figured the last year and the last quarter of your career at Xavier Charter School, you'd be at home because of this pandemic virus. But you guys made it. You didn't give up. You didn't quit. Congratulations to the great class of 2020. Yay!
Ready? Recite. We, the class 2020, are dedicated to improving the future through our creativity, integrity, and fidelity. Every day we remain loyal to our values and encourage our classmates to strive for success. Our continuous excellence and positivity lead us on the path to become valuable citizens of our future communities. Our devotion to the arts and our individual interests empower us to become the best we can be. We, the class of 2020, applying our strengths with goodness, beauty, and truth. We are the children of the past, the students of today, and the leaders of tomorrow.
He can just turn the effects master down because there's a compressor in the screen. It'll get pretty distorted.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the state of Idaho. I pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the great state of Idaho.
Good evening and welcome to our graduation ceremony this evening. It's a great privilege and honor to be here and to take part in such a unique ceremony. I want to applaud our seniors for choosing this format. I know it was not obviously the first choice, but I am, as I got to do an interview today with the news, I filled with pride as I thought about what you guys have chosen to do. You're the only ones I know of that have picked this format for a hybrid ceremony. And I think it's very worthwhile to stick to your guns and ask to have some commencement speakers and ask family to be able to be in attendance and make this as normal as we possibly can. I can assure you that I have never attended a graduation ceremony where I can hear the ice cream truck over at the park right over there and somebody doing some sawing and construction over in their houses, so this is unique in a lot of ways. I can also assure you that if you have a hairstyle similar to mine, you are very tuned in to what the sunshine factor is. And today has been a very high sunshine factor. So I'm very thankful for the shade that was given to us tonight. I want to welcome you all, most of all the graduates from the Xavier Charter School class of 2020. What a way to go out. What an incredible way to go out. I want to thank the families that could be here tonight, and I apologize for the limited space that we have. This is the first year as we had to talk to our staff members to ask them to please not come. We have several here tonight that are helping with the logistics of the ceremony, but usually we encourage all staff members to show up and attend graduation, and we just couldn't do it this year, and that didn't feel right, but obviously they're going to abide by what we've asked, so we have more room for families. And we're also live streaming tonight, which I can say is a first for me for a graduation ceremony. I want to thank our staff. Those that are in attendance, they're standing out there in that sun. I don't know if any of them have that hairstyle I mentioned before, but if they did, I hope they have a hat. I stayed in the shade the whole time. I want to recognize our board of directors. We have Debbie Burr as our board chairperson. She's going to speak in just a few minutes. That is another group that usually sits on stage during our graduation, but tonight is unable to. I believe we may have one or two because we had some families cancel on tickets and were able to come tonight. But I'd like to name them. Debbie Burr is our chairperson. Our other board of directors include Melissa Crane, Diana Wetstein, Lene Hymas, and James Wallace. They've been rock solid as we've dealt with new circumstances that changed continuously in the beginning and continue to do so right up till today. It's hard. I don't want to dwell a lot on this pandemic because I feel like it's going to be mentioned a few times tonight. But I'd be very remiss if I did not speak from the heart a little bit. I've been doing this a long time, and this is obviously a new situation to myself and all of us. There's not another place in the world, another school in the world that I'd rather be at as we go through this together. Our staff literally got prepared in 2 days. We closed right before spring break to students. We gave staff, I think, that Monday off. We had them in for 2 days to get ready to plan to start preparing and delivering instruction right after spring break. We didn't miss a day after spring break. We're one of the few schools that were able to start right away. And that's a 100% change in how we do things at Xavier to deliver instruction remotely and distance. So I truly appreciate efforts of our teachers, all the support staff, the admin team. It was a huge effort, and I thank them for that. It was as successful as it possibly could be because of the efforts of our staff and because of the student body that we have, kindergarten through you guys, through 12th graders, and the example you have set since that you have been setting since you've been here. Our families are amazing. I would say the notes and emails of support from students and families outnumbered those that were critical 100 to 1 at least. That didn't occur at every school. I have weekly meetings, and for a while we had daily meetings as a region, all the schools in the area trying to figure out what we're doing and share best practices. So that is very unique to Xavier to have that experience. There's not a better place to be, and I congratulate you for your accomplishment, and I am so glad you have been here to set that example for those students that are going to follow in your footsteps. Usually I have to come up, or I don't have to, I try to come up with something that sets the senior class apart. Well, that was taken care of in March. You guys are definitely set apart. I'm looking around and I wish I could see faces, and I see about this much, and that's okay. And if you guys think you're hot, our seniors are sitting right here in the front row in black gowns, and Miss Kopp just walked through and sprayed sunscreen on all of them. So you can thank her for that, so your children will be less sunburned probably. So again, thank you all for being here. I want to thank one last group before I step away from the podium here. This has been a long time in coming, getting this thing planned, and it has changed a lot. Ms. Kopp always takes the lead in planning graduation, and in all honesty, it goes really well every year, but there's kind of a template to follow, and it just falls into place, and because she's done such a good job, it's very easy. Obviously, there's no template for this. Just look around. You don't see this very often. Mrs. Kopp, Mr. Goss, the assistant head of schools and principal over the secondary school, Ms. Thompson, the lead teacher over the secondary school, and as I've mentioned before, the students that had a hand in planning this and deciding what you wanted to have for your ceremony tonight, and then the parents that stepped up also. We had a marvelous volunteer committee of parents that came up with many great ideas to make this something special for our students, and it's turned out great. If you had an opportunity to attend the parade today, it was one of the funnest things I've ever done. That may become a new tradition no matter what the situation is at the end of a school year, but it was great. We also had Mr. Hicks and Mr. Loosley out here painting all these numbers in our parking lot just yesterday. So they were working right up to the end to get things ready, and I'm very thankful for all those that have had a hand in this graduation ceremony. My only job, everything I just did was all ad-lib, so I'm sorry about that. Here's my only job that I have is to offer you guys reminders. Usually I get up here at the CSI auditorium and I say, put your cell phones away. I say it nicer than that, but it's essentially what I'm trying to say. Cell phones are recommended today. You can watch this. It's live. You can dial in and look at it and see it live if you want, especially for some of you in the back that may not have a great view. So that's not one of the recommendations for tonight's ceremony. Here are the official recommendations and information you may need to know. If you feel overheated, you can meet a parking attendant, and at the door over there that goes into our building, you can see it right there. It goes in, it's the kindergarten entrance. You can enter the building there to get some water or get into the shade. And I don't know how we're going to enforce this one, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to be completely understanding because I am sweating big time up here. Unless your car becomes overly warm, please refrain from starting your car for air conditioning. Do your best on that one. It is recommended to wear a mask if you exit your car to get water in the building. Please remain at your parking spot during the ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, please allow the seniors to exit in their cars first, and then our attendants will dismiss cars by rows. Thank you very much. please, if you get a chance, when you get a chance, congratulate these seniors on their significant accomplishment. And I'd like to tell all of you, congratulations. It's been a pleasure to come to school with you every day. Today has been the best day I've had in so long, because it's the first time we've had students at school and got to do something fun, and I got to feel that positive energy that students just exude every single day. You really take that for granted when it's not there, and you go a couple months without that, and the energy today was great. It was amazing to see you guys, and I wish you all the very best of luck in your futures. Thank you.
Those smell pretty good. Thank you, Mr. Moon, for the inspirational talk. And boy, I just want to say to the graduating seniors of Xavier Charter School, and to the faculty of our school, to the staff, to the families and the friends who are here tonight, welcome to our graduation ceremony 2020. On behalf of the Xavier Board of Directors, I want to congratulate the class of 2020. Every member of your board wishes that they could be here, but we wanted to make sure that your friends and family had first pick and could be here to root you on. But you should know that every single member of our board is home right now, whooping and hollering, and wishing you all the very best. And I bet if you were a little bit quiet later, you might even be able to hear them. They're also very excited that you guys are graduating tonight. So what an honor it is to be here with you today to celebrate our graduating class of 2020. This is definitely one of the best parts about serving on the board here, is the ability to be able to be part of what we're doing tonight. What a joyful and momentous occasion. So class of 2020, this day is all about you. What an extraordinary class you are. And I bet there's a couple of things I bet you didn't necessarily know about yourselves. Did you know that you are the 10th class to graduate from Xavier Charter School? Good job. Yeah, 10th class. Woo! You are also our largest graduating class, which is really exciting. Congratulations to your class. You're also the first class to graduate from Xavier in the shadow of a pandemic. And you didn't really think I'd make it through my remarks without mentioning the COVID-19 virus, right? Yeah. So here we are today to celebrate your graduation and all that you have achieved through hard work and determination and moments of creative inspiration. Tonight is a watershed event. Even if you don't remember exactly what happened today, you will remember this day as the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another chapter. COVID-19 contributed to this day looking a little, maybe a lot, different than usual, but it does not define who you are, and it does not define what you have yet to accomplish. Graduation is a time to imagine your future and your life to come. I want to encourage you to be strong and courageous as you step into your future. I'm grateful in a way, really, that you've had an opportunity to spread your wings a little bit right now, and along with your classmates and the faculty here and your families and your friends, you created a way that we could all be together tonight. That was you that did that. Look at where we are. We're together. We're celebrating this milestone event in your lives. And remember this as you begin your next chapter. You can do this. You are creative problem solvers. You seek out the good in any situation. You care for one another. Be confident that you can and you will make a difference. Your education, both in and out of the classroom here at Xavier, has helped to prepare you for success in all that you do as you leave this place. So congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you all the very best. So let's get this thing going.
The purpose of this part is to let people know who are unfamiliar with our school, since we are a classical school, what that means and what that looks like. And so I'd like to explain that to your friends and family. So Xavier Charter School is a kindergarten through 12th grade school. It wasn't always so. We started in 2007 as a K through 8 school with just one class per grade. And now the school has grown so that most classes have 2 classes per grade. Because we are a classical school, we have separated our school into 3 age groups that concentrate the tools and methods we use to teach our students. The early years of school are spent in absorbing facts and systematically laying the foundations for advanced study. In the middle grades, students learn to think through arguments. And in the high school years, they learn to express themselves. And this classical pattern is called the trivium. K through 4th grade, which we call the grammar school, focuses on the first things of a subject. The students spend their time absorbing facts, the basics, the building blocks for all other learning are laid. And as we all know, the young mind is ready to absorb information. Children at this age actually love memorizing. In the 5th through the 8th grade, which we call the logic school, a child's mind begins to think more analytically, asking the question, why? They begin to pay attention to cause and effect and to the relationships between different fields of knowledge and how they relate to the way facts fit together into a logical framework. In the 9th through 12th grade, which we call the rhetoric school, students focus on applying and being able to communicate the subjects that have already been learned deeply. This is the final phase of a classical education, and it builds on the first 2. At this point, the high school student learns to speak and write with force, originality, and winsomeness. A classical education is more than simply a pattern of learning, though. Classical education is language-focused. Learning is accomplished through words, written and spoken, rather than through images, pictures, videos, television. A classical education then has 2 important aspects. It is language-focused, and it follows a specific 3-part pattern. The mind must first be supplied with facts, grammar, then given the logical tools for organization of facts, logic, and finally being equipped to express conclusions, rhetoric. As each of our students pass the milestone of the final grade in each of our 3 schools, we give them a medal that looks similar to each other, but has a unique image and inscription which epitomizes the school they are leaving, showing them the respect and attention that is due them for the accomplishments they have achieved. The grammar school medal has the image of the first 3 letters of the Greek alphabet. The Latin phrase on the medal is literas et factus, letters and facts. The image on the logic school medallion is the image of the thinker, which is a representation of the iconic bronze sculpture by Auguste Rodin. The Latin words inscribed on the medallion are a fortiori, meaning from the stronger reason. Students in the logic school have learned and continue to explore how to reason logically to strengthen their ability to think from truth. The image of the rhetoric school medallion is of Aristotle and Plato from the work called The School of Athens. It's located in the Vatican on a large frescoed wall painted by the Renaissance artist Raphael. Aristotle and Plato are the central figures. The Latin phrase on the medallion is veritas et virtus, which means truth and virtue. To have both truth and virtue is to have direction and purpose in life, and this is our desire for our graduates from Xavier Charter School. Would those of you graduates, would those of you who were at Xavier in 4th grade please stand? Thank you. And remain standing. And so these students probably, I think, have all 3 of those medals. Have you guys been given your 3rd one? Okay, so they will have all 3 of those medals on their stole. And then those of you who were in our school by 8th grade, would you please stand? Okay, and so these students will have 2 of those medals then. And then those of you who came to us in the 9th through 12th grades, would you please stand? So you are seeing, hopefully, in front of you today a dream come true. 33 students who have dined on the classical feast of education, culminating with their 12th grade graduation. Please join me in congratulating them for this accomplishment. Thank you. You can be seated.
Good evening. It is my honor and privilege to recognize our salutatorian and our 6 valedictorians this year. This recognition is a tribute to their hard work, their efforts, their scholarship, and their family support. Our salutatorian this year is Olivia Bates. I will announce all 6 valedictorians, and each will come up to present their speech. Our 6 valedictorians are Nathan Ames, Andrea Bates, Matthew Collard, Hallie Huber, Olivia Quinton, and Hannah Williams. Congratulations and best of luck.
Get to take my mask off. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here for a couple reasons, actually. First is because that means we made it. We're graduating, guys. And second, because we actually get to see each other in person one more time instead of over a Zoom call before we all go our separate ways. I think I have a very unique experience and perspective of Xavier Charter School. I've been here longer than most of the teachers and all of the students except Lauren. I attended kindergarten at Xavier the very first year it opened, and I've been here every year since then. It's been incredible to see it change and grow throughout the years. Xavier is by no means a large school, but it's huge compared to where we started. For part of the first year, the building we were supposed to hold school in wasn't even done being built yet. So we actually held school at a church for the first few weeks, which was interesting as a kindergarten entering school for the first time. After just 2 years, we'd already outgrown that first building and started plans for a new one. The new building, though, was again not done or even close to being done by the time summer was over, so we held school in a collection of portables for a year while this building was being built. I'm sometimes really surprised by just how many memories I have of this school. I remember when we didn't even have a dress code. I remember the many different forms and versions of dress codes the school has gone through since then. I remember when we didn't have a giant stage in the middle of the gym, and I remember all of our fancy Roman and medieval festivals and much more obviously recent memories. They've added new portables now and storage units behind the school. Clear signs that the school is still getting bigger and growing every year. As mentioned earlier, we're the largest senior class yet. More important than the buildings, though, I remember the people, the countless teachers and students and friends who have helped me to grow into who I am today. I think most of that growth has come in these last 4 years of high school. We often talk about graduation as a big milestone, our transition from childhood to adulthood, but that doesn't happen in one ceremony. Just like watching our school grow and change, overcome struggles, we've been growing and changing too, throughout all of high school. Now is just the time when we commemorate it. If there's one thing you take from my speech, it's don't forget. Don't forget these years of growth. We're all heading different directions in life. We'll all face different challenges and struggles. We'll meet different people, learn different things, and change in countless different ways. But this time we've spent in school is one experience we all share together. These are our roots. In case you haven't noticed, we have a pretty small senior class compared to other schools, 33 people. Chances are, if we had gone to any other school, we wouldn't know most of the people in our senior class, probably not even all their names. 33 people. 33 people from all different pasts and places and realms of life. 33 people who've had nearly all the same classes and experiences in school for the past few years. 33 people who know each other both individually and collectively. Whether you came here for just 1 year or 2, or we're here for all 4, we still share this. And I hope you remember it, especially now because of how memorable COVID-19 has made this year. Don't forget all that we've learned, both in and out of the classroom these last few years. We've all done a lot of growing. Some of that growing has been painful and stressful and hard, but we grew anyway. Growth is a part of life. We'll keep growing and learning for the rest of our lives. We don't really have a choice. How we grow and what we grow into, though, is our choice. Let's remember our roots and use them to grow into the people we want to become. Thank you all so much for making my high school experience such an important step in my life, and I wish you all the best in whatever comes next.
Hello, everyone. So, I think it would be an understatement to say that these last couple months have been weird. But here we are. We're still graduating, and I think that this is awesome and so unique. I mean, what other graduating class will have customized face masks as a souvenir? But really, I want to thank all the teachers and parents who have put so much work into this graduation and into creating a memorable experience for our class. Yesterday, I gave each of you a keychain. If you haven't already lost it, I hope that sometime in the future you'll see it on your keys or maybe find it somewhere in the back of your closet, and it'll bring up memories of Xavier. Maybe you'll smile or roll your eyes, but nonetheless, you'll think of Xavier and the people here. Little moments that help you remember where you came from and the people that helped you get there are important at all points in life. It brings a level of humility when one starts to list the countless people that have made a moment of success possible. We wouldn't be where we are today without our parents or guardians and other family members who have been such a great support and have encouraged us to do our best. We wouldn't be here without our friends, the people who understand us, love us, and are always willing to support us. We wouldn't be here without our amazing teachers. We are unbelievably fortunate to have teachers who genuinely care for us as individuals and not only value our education, but prioritize the development of our character. Today is about the class of 2020, but it is just as much about all those who have touched our lives and helped us lay a foundation for our future. Thank you to all the people who have made this moment possible. It is relatively easy to identify those who have impacted us along the way, but we are less apt to realize the profound impact that we have on others. Leo Buscaglia says it best. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all which have the potential to turn a life around. End quote. There is power in the way we treat others, and if our actions are fueled by intentional kindness, we can be a light in the lives of those we interact with. People are shaped by their surroundings, and I am so incredibly lucky to have had the privilege of being shaped by you, the Xavier class of 2020. Thank you.
Whew, that's a lot better. Most of you who have had a class with me know how much value I place on my grades. I'm the kid that complains when he gets a 99% and begs for that extra credit point so much that I'll fall to my knees and start crying. It's not my proudest moment. So it might be a little bit shocking when I say that I've come to realize through my many years of Xavier that grades are far from the most important thing. As I have learned at Xavier, spending as much time as I have with all of you, each person is unique in their own right, amazing in their own right. And so I offer to each of you, my fellow graduates, something lasting: words. The word I have for each of you, I hope, reflects who you are in this moment, something by which you can remember when you look back at this point in your life. Nathan, intelligent. Andy, selfless. Olivia Bates, kind. Reagan, determined. Eden, meticulous. Harrison, spirited. Tustin, gregarious. Chloe, inquisitive. Mallory, jovial. Lane, passionate. Logan Fisher, creative. Drake, community-oriented. Hudson, self-improving. Annabelle, resolute. Annalise, hardworking. Max, introspective. Lauren, vivacious. Audrey, heartfelt. Hallie, compassionate. Amara, tenacious. Aaliyah, altruistic. Elizabeth, diligent. Olivia Quinton, quick-witted. Carly, charitable. Miguel, humorous. Cheyenne, mature. Zach, honest. Sorry. Connor, industrious. Logan Swain, charismatic. Jacob, confident. Hannah, astute. Mason, intuitive. Sorry. It has been my great privilege to spend these past 4 years, some of you more, getting to know all of you. And believe me when I say that perhaps the most honest thing I've ever said in my life is that all of you are uniquely amazing. And I am so exceedingly grateful to have met each and every one of you. My purpose that I am trying to demonstrate with this is that while I may be the one standing on this podium, giving this rather lackluster speech, there isn't a single graduating senior today who doesn't deserve to be up here too. Congratulations on graduating, class of 2020. You are all incredible.
I would first like to say before I start my speech, thank you for all the people that have spoke before me, and I'm sorry if my voice gets muffled because I'm crying. Just putting that out there. So, I would just like to start by thanking everyone who has made our high school experience the best it could be. Thank you teachers, parents, coaches, custodians, counselors, and to every single one of my classmates that are constantly there for each other. I never realized how much I liked high school until high school as we knew it was over. I have learned over the course of the last few months how much I loved it, and I miss my teachers and being able to learn from them in person, debating with Mr. Loosely in history class, and dancing every day. Most of all, I miss the faces of my classmates that shaped me as a person, and each of every one of you is special and important and has the power to change the world in your own way. My senior quote that I've religiously loved since my freshman year of high school is by the extremely talented Macklemore, who in his song titled Growing Up says, "The quickest way to happiness, learning to be selfless. Ask more questions, talk about yourself less." So if each of us truly wants to be happy, I personally think that we need to find careers and lifestyles that follow these ideals. Choose a lifestyle that focuses on your passions, but is dedicated to serving others and making the world a better place. Selflessness, along with necessary self-care and communication, brings true joy. But my favorite part of this quote is that through asking questions, we can find how to be happy. Questioning leads to learning, and that brings purpose and fulfillment. Every discovery or improvement has come to pass by questions, challenging the way things are done and asking how we can make it better. So please remember to question and be eager to learn. Have courage to question, no matter how silly or scary. And finally, you must talk about yourself less. This could be tied immediately to acting selfless as before, but I think it also could be interpreted as we need to talk about more important things and not just about yourself. To be happy, we should share our passions, educate others, and use our speech to make a difference in the world. Use your speech to lift up others and constantly choose kindness. So many people are struggling and need to be lifted up. So instead of talking about yourself, ask that person how they feel and show an interest in their life. Never be afraid to give another a compliment or start a kind conversation. All these things are simple, but take effort, like most good things. I am so proud to be graduating from Xavier, which has given me so much. I am honored to be graduating, especially with this amazing class of 2020, and I would not want to be a part of any other grade. I love each of you and excited to see you all embark on your next adventures. Thank you.
Okay. I've been thinking about this speech a lot, and I couldn't really decide what to talk about. There's a lot going on in the world, and there are a lot of things I could say about how our class is special, and how exciting it is, and how proud we should be that we're doing this while everything's going on, and how we're going to remember this for the rest of our lives. But I'm not going to. This is a crazy time in our lives, and not just because there is a literal global pandemic going on, but because right now we're deciding what we want to do for the rest of our lives and who we want to be. Now, I personally haven't decided what I want to be yet. In third grade, I wanted to be an author, and since then, I've gone through wanting to be a nutritionist, a physical therapist, a journalist, a monk, a hairstylist, a stand-up comedian, a professional athlete, and even a professional juggler. But while I was thinking about what I want to do with my life and who I want to be, I was at my grandma's house, actually, and I looked at a sign on the wall that said, "In a world where you can be anything, be kind." I know. This sounds exactly like the cheesy sign that would be on your grandma's wall, but just hear me out. You can do whatever you want. Like, in the world today, there are so many options. There are so many things you could be. There are so many jobs you could have. There are so many places you could go. But the most important thing, I think, is to be a good person and to be nice to the people around you. I don't care how cool you think you are, or how cool other people think you are, or how cool you really are. You're never going to impact anybody if you're a jerk. At least not in a positive way, which is hopefully the goal. So all I have to say really is just be nice. Be nice to your family. Be nice to your friends. Be nice to the random person you see on the street or the waitress who's serving you at a restaurant. I can honestly say that some of my favorite people are people that I don't even know that well. They've just been so genuinely nice to me the couple times that I've spoken to them that I can't help but like them. So if you really want to do something in the world, which I know I do eventually, the most important thing is to be kind. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Pretty sure I'm gonna have a nice, sunburn line, shape of a face mask after all this. It's gonna be great. So first off, I would like to congratulate my fellow classmates, the class of 2020. I would like to thank each and every single one of you for being the best graduating class I could ever hope for. All of you have been a support to me and the rest of your classmates for the past 4 years, and I just wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Each person in this class has been at Xavier for a different amount of time. Some of you I have known for the past 7 years I've gone to this school. Some of you I only had the opportunity to get to know this year. But no matter how long or short of a time we've been able to attend this wonderful school, it has taught us so many valuable life lessons. I'm talking about the 3 ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with joy: goodness, beauty, and truth. I'm talking about the 9 pillars of character: responsibility, respect, perseverance, etc., etc. I don't remember what they are, I'm so sorry. The values we learn in Senior Classical Compendium: wisdom, courage, justice, and even beyond all those philosophical ideals. We learn friendship here. I have made some of the best friends in my entire life at this school. Each person I meet teaches me something new and helps me become a better person. We form bonds with our teachers who want us to succeed and be the best people we can be. We learn social skills, academic skills, things about ourselves that we wouldn't even recognize otherwise. School is about learning. It's about reading the story of Odysseus. It's about finding the square root of 81. But more importantly, it's about learning who we are as people. And it's about giving us the tools to succeed in our futures. Xavier has taught us all so many things, and it has paved the road to a brighter future for every single one of us. Now it's our turn to take those tools and sculpt our perfect tomorrow. Thank you.
Good afternoon. You know, I was thinking that this was going to be easy, but after seeing all of your faces, I wrote some words down and I realized that it's probably going to be hard, but I will do my best. It is wonderful to see all of your faces and to just be here and welcome you to this next start of your adventure in your life. So congratulations, class of 2020. Thanks for asking me to speak. It was kind of a surprise. I'm glad that I'm going before Bradley because Bradley is excellent in my book and always has been. As I've thought about this class, a few things occurred to me. First, this class helped train me in the ways of the Force. No, that's not right. But you did help train me. You helped train me when I first came to Xavier, and you all, well, many of you had a hand in it. You had a hand in training me to be the very best paraprofessional out on the playground as I could possibly be. So thank you to all of you. Good job. I think you did a fantastic job. It is true, and I might remind you that we, and I use we collectively, we may have gotten into a little bit of trouble with Mrs. Hicks from time to time, but we all survived. Am I right? Yes, we survived. Okay. You know, this got me thinking back about first meeting you and how long we've all been here now, about the journey that I've been on since I met you. During this time, you have grown up into amazing young women and men. You have increased in knowledge and experience. I, on the other hand, have increased 1 pant size. Can you believe that? 1 pant size. I think this is completely unfair, and I do wish that, I wish for all of you that this doesn't happen to you ever, okay? As a class, on a serious note, I want you to know that you were one of the first to help me realize what brought me true joy in life. Because of you, things became clear to me. Have you ever experienced a moment of clarity? I find moments of clarity are exhilarating and terrifying all at the same time. It's that moment right before the plunge. For many of you, that moment is directly in front of you. Do you remember an old TV show? It was called Baywatch. Anybody remember? Well, I don't know if you remember that. It's a classic now. I suppose you could lump it in with other classics that I grew up with, such as MASH, The A-Team, The Cosby Show, Friends, Seinfeld, and so on. You guys are looking at me blankly like you're young or something. Let's try this. How about The Office? You guys heard of that one? Okay. How about Psych? Yeah, okay. Maybe Parks and Rec? Logan Swain, Parks and Rec? No. Okay, just checking. Okay. Well, you get the idea. So a long time ago, back in college, I loved to watch the show Baywatch because I loved to see people being rescued out of the ocean. It had absolutely nothing to do with babes or bikinis, just so you know. Okay. One of my favorite things on Baywatch was that they would go and they had this sweet boat and they would take it out in the ocean to rescue somebody and they would dive into the water. It was amazing. And I thought that would be a sweet thing to do. And that led me to a very real and clear moment in my life. Many of you don't know this, but in high school, I was an avid water skier. And during an outing with some friends, some high school friends, we decided that we could be just like Baywatch. Oh, yes. And so we had a big discussion, and during this discussion, we decided that we were going to drive a ski boat at 20 miles per hour and dive out into the lake. Brilliant! Don't you think? I thought it was brilliant. So on the word go, the three of us dove out of the boat and hit the water. At that moment, everything became crystal clear. In your journey through life, you will have moments that are very clear. And these moments can lead you to great things. I'd like to share one of those moments with you that you are involved in. But first, let me ask you the question. Have you ever been surprised by joy? I love this saying, surprised by joy. It's the title of C.S. Lewis's autobiography, and I believe an excellent pun. Joy is similar to humor. Humor, as David Roper states in his book, Out of the Ordinary, is the sudden perception of an incongruity. A story or tale makes an unexpected twist, and we laugh. A joke, in other words, is a surprise. The word joy suggests a similar idea. Surprise. I found my joy on the playground when I met you, in the hall when I met you, and in the classroom when I met you. I was surprised by joy. My journey as a teacher began there. Your journey on this new and next adventure for yourselves begins now. I encourage you to enjoy each moment. Cherish your new beginnings and new friendships. Embrace what you have learned and strive to achieve more. Don't be scared of new challenges. Welcome failure and learn from it. Finally, if you are ever surprised by joy in your life, seek it out. It may lead you to some amazing places. One final note. Keep close friends close by. I learned this lesson after diving out of a ski boat. I remember looking up. My lungs burned. The light in my head was going out, and I reached for the surface, but I couldn't make it. Then I heard a boat, and I saw a hand, and I thank God for sparing me from my stupidity. Class of 2020, may you be spared from your poor decisions in life and hopefully be surprised by joy as you go forward on this new journey. Remember, enjoy the journey. Congratulations, class of 2020.
You guys have forgotten something. Isn't this your plant? Whose is it? Who's supposed to be in charge of this? I was asked, Mr. Hanson, can we keep our class plant in your room? No one? Okay, I guess it's mine now. I don't mind. Good thing it's a succulent. I don't think it's been watered in the last 6 weeks. Life is full of lessons. It is constantly trying to teach us. Some of the lessons are blatantly obvious. You could sit down and take notes and say, oh yeah, that's an easy lesson to learn. I could take that and grow. Sometimes lessons come wearing a mask of trial, a mask of crisis, a mask of hardship. The sad reality is, tomorrow, your lives are going to be a little more empty. Things are painful. Getting an attachment to someone or something can almost guarantee that someday it will hurt you. There are some students here that I consider friends. There are some students that I will never forget. There are some students that I'm very happy have been my students, and I'm very proud to be your teacher. Come tomorrow, you will no longer be my students, and I'll no longer be your teacher. Sad reality is, some of you will never see each other again. Gone will be friends. Gone will be the regiment of high school. Every time I stand in front of the senior class, I tell you, this is not the end. I know I was holding a sign earlier today that said, the end is near, but it's true. This is not the end. Your story continues. This is the end of your prologue. From here on out, you are the author. people writing your lives no more. And that, for some of you, will make your life seem empty. I'm a student of astronomy. I love looking at the night sky. Throughout the years, many people have looked up and seen the emptiness. If we hopped on our fastest rocket right now and flew to the closest star, the people on that rocket wouldn't ever see it. Their great-grandchildren might. That is how empty reality is. Carl Sagan, one of my heroes, says, in all of our searching, the only thing that we found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other. Compared to existence, each one of us is nothing. But when I take a look at my life, there are people who are my world. Find those people for you and be those people for others. Now, I know a lot of you, most of you, heck, probably even all of you, have a plan of what you're going to do from now on. Some of you, those plans will fail. They'll fall apart for no action that you have taken. It's just sometimes life does that. It is possible to fail even after making no mistakes, but that doesn't make life a failure for you. Okay? Pick up those pieces and build it. You will fill your own life, even though it feels as empty as that auditorium that we're supposed to be at tonight. It is up to you what you will fill your auditorium with. Some people will try to force that choice on you, but it is completely yours. Invite into your own auditorium the people who fill you with joy and happiness and strength. Make decisions in your life to fill your life with people and with learning and with actions that you love and make you better. At the same time, strive to make others better as well. Now, I know usually I'm a lighthearted guy, but hey, every once in a while I take on a somber tone and I show you my heart. I'm grateful for the opportunity to stand before you and tell you that I love you. You are proud, strong, and brave, and I am proud of you. Hundreds of times, you have said that you are leaders of tomorrow, heck, even thousands of times for some of you. And I want you to know that as of today, that is no longer true. Tomorrow, you are leaders. Thank you.
Now is the time that I get the opportunity and the very real privilege of coming up to award the Spirit of Xavier Scholarship. And as in many years past, I always follow the people who speak, and I feel totally inadequate because I am always in awe of what your teachers have to say back to you, our graduating young men and women. But it is time to award the scholarship. This is the 10th year for the Spirit of Xavier Scholarship. This is a scholarship that was established to provide financial assistance to a graduating senior who's planning to attend college, who has demonstrated a fierce love of learning and a desire to utilize the life principles taught here at Xavier Charter School to become successful in their future life. The scholarship isn't based on any financial need or academic achievement. It's actually meant for students who embody the ideals that were set forth in our charter. So this is the award that's speaking about the things that you guys learned from the minute you stepped foot on our campus. This is the scholarship that talks about the foundational understanding of things like courage and wisdom and temperance and justice, love and faith and hope. To understand what the good life means, understand that the good life at its very core is based on relationships and love for one another and service and sacrifice. And so applicants for this scholarship wrote an essay for the scholarship. They were asked to respond to a prompt. The prompt is a quote from Aristotle, and the quote says, "If we state the function of a man to be a certain kind of life, and this to be an activity or actions of the soul implying a rational principle, and the function of a good man to be the good and noble performance of these, and if any action is well performed when it is performed in accordance with the appropriate excellence, human good turns out to be activity of the soul in accordance with virtue, and if there are more than one virtue, in accordance with the best and most complete." In addition to responding to the prompt, we asked students to just reflect on their experiences at Xavier, in and out of the classroom, participation in the fellowships, participation in the senior compendium, when I know that you delved deeply into some of the great virtues. And ultimately then we're asked to write an essay and answer the question, what does it mean to live the good life? This scholarship is evaluated by a committee that includes myself, the founder of our school, and another member of the faculty. And this year we have selected 2 students to receive this award. One will be the recipient of a $500 scholarship, and the winning essay recipient will receive a $1,000 scholarship. So the runner-up this evening for the Spirit of Xavier Scholarship, making sure I have the right envelope, is Andrea Bates. And the winner of the Spirit of Xavier Scholarship this year, and she will be reading her essay for us, because I do think that you would be interested to hear what one of your classmates thinks about what does it mean to live the good life, and her essay was superb. The winner this year of the Spirit of Xavier Scholarship is Lauren Hodges. And Lauren, your essay is inside the envelope, and we'd love to have you come and read that for us.
I was not expecting this. Hold on. Okay. I'm shaking really bad, sorry. If there is anything I have learned from my time at Xavier, it's to never take anything at face value. There is so much knowledge to be discovered if only we can learn to dive deeper into any and all information we are given. This is especially true when we are trying to discover what it means to live the good life. It is easy to say that the good life simply means becoming successful in your work and relationships with others, and those are admirable goals, but that isn't the best we can do. Xavier taught me that the good life is so much more. Through my 13 years spent at Xavier Charter School, I have learned what it means to be someone who looks for the truth in everything. I have grown up in this school, and it has taught me more about being a good student and a good person than anywhere else. From the age of 9, I've read classics that my teachers helped me to understand and grab hold of. I learned the importance of art. I learned that what I said was important, but so was how I said it. My teachers treated me like the young scholar I was turning out to be. They took my hand but didn't lead me. Rather, they walked with me on a path they had mapped out through years of their own learning, pointing out important landmarks and beautiful imagery along the way. I don't believe I could have received that anywhere else. In my junior year, participation in senior compendium with Mr. Loosely taught me more about myself than I thought was possible. I was forced to figure out exactly what I believed. I was told to take what I had learned and add my own morals to it.
I allowed knowledge to shape what I believed, and the result was interesting to say the least. We had many heated discussions, and I found myself with my hand in the air more than once. The concepts that were introduced made us open our eyes to difficult and even heartbreaking situations that actually were occurring in the world. We learned about difficult to define subjects, such as justice, courage, and wisdom. We had to expand upon them ourselves, and Wikipedia definitions wouldn't suffice. From wisdom, I learned to have a constant passion for knowledge that extends past books into real-life situations. I was then told to use that knowledge to analyze the situations we lived in. From courage, I learned that I had to be more than brave or fearless. I had to use my wisdom to push through my fear and act on what I believed. And if I wasn't afraid, then I was just acting blindly. Finally, justice taught me that only by staying rooted and chained to my moral principles could I truly be free. These values and what I have learned from them will carry me through life, keeping me well-grounded. Finally, to define the good life. There is so much we can devote ourselves to in this world. People would tell you that one calling is better than the other simply because it has more glory or dollar signs attached to it. They say that when you reach that point, you've made it. However, to truly live a good life, one has to first learn how to be a good person. Xavier has taught me that. I have learned how to put others before myself, how to clearly express what I believe, and how to appreciate all that is good, beautiful, and true. With this knowledge at my disposal, it is now a question of what to do with it. My idea of the good life may be different from yours. I plan to spend it doing what I love. I want to make a positive change in the world. I want to take what I've worked so hard to develop and try to reach others with it. If I only manage to affect one person, that will be enough for me. I have been blessed to attend Xavier Charter School for as long as I have. Through ups and downs, I have learned who I am and who I one day can be. I am so thankful to every teacher who helped me along the way. I expect that one day it will be my turn to pass on what I've learned to someone else. I hope that when that day comes, I can remember the names of the people who gave me that knowledge, and I hope I can do them justice. Until then, I will strive to live the good life, to impact others, and to always seek to be a better person than I was yesterday. Thank you.
I have the privilege tonight to award this year's Student Character Awards. It's a senior award that we give every year. Before I do that, I would like to thank the author of the funding for this award, and that would be a former graduate of ours, which is Cooper Robbins. Some of you might remember a few years ago that Cooper began to raise some money for us to fund this character award, or these character awards. And since that time, his mom, who is also a teacher at our school, Mrs. Renee Robbins, has continued that legacy, and she every year helps to, well, you guys are a part of this too, all of you moms and dads who come and attend the Mingle Jingle every year around Christmas time. That is the means that we use to fund this award. So I want to thank Cooper again and to thank Mrs. Robbins for continuing this all of this time. So thank you. Yes, you can go ahead and give them a round of applause. We appreciate them so much. This year, the Noah Webster Scholarship Award. A scholar is first one who is teachable, one who is a disciple of knowledge and a lover of wisdom, one who is a man or woman of books, characterized by deep, intensive learning, one able to research and reason, one who knows and practices truth, one whose scholarship has been fashioned in character through diligence and industry, and one who applies his or her scholarship to the edification of others. The 2020 Noah Webster Scholarship Award goes to Matthew Collard. Right over here on the table. And I might mention that each of these awards comes with a $500 scholarship. The second out of 3 is the John Quincy Adams Service Award. One who serves voluntarily, attending to the needs of others. One willing to make personal sacrifices, serving selflessly. One who demonstrates humility, and one who exercises authority in constructive ways, empowering others to be more effective and character-driven. The 2020 John Quincy Adams Service Award goes to Connor Saunders. The third award is the Thomas Jefferson Leadership Award. A leader is one who is tooled in the art of self-government, one who uses his or her conscience, time, and talent effectively, one able to think and reason in all areas of life, one able to lead by example his or her own generation as an ambassador of truth locally, nationally, and internationally. This year's Thomas Jefferson Leadership Award goes to Hallie Huber.
The time has come for me to perform my official duty at this ceremony, the presentation of the graduating class. As assistant head of schools and the administrator over the 12th grade, with the powers and responsibilities inherent therein, it is my privilege and distinct pleasure to present the class of 2020 to the Board of Trustees of Xavier Charter School
number 462, for the purpose of awarding diplomas, signifying that each of them has successfully completed the required course of study prescribed by the Idaho State Board of Education and the Board of Trustees of Xavier Charter School. With the receipt of their diploma, each of them will be granted in perpetuity the rights and challenges pertaining therein. Furthermore, they will also be known as tested and respected scholars and members of the Xavier Charter School alumni body. At this time, Madam Chairperson, the diplomas are ready to be presented individually to each graduating scholar by Madam Chairperson Debbie Burr. At this time, I will proceed to call the roll. Nathan Todd Ames. Andrea Claire Bates. Olivia Bates. Reagan Mackenzie Bell. Eden Janine Bookman. Harrison Cody Buck. Tustin Ryan Burton. Matthew Caleb Collard. Chloe Della Irene Cornwell. Mallory Brooke Crowley. Lane Parker Dover. Logan Scott Fisher. Drake Vaughn Folks. Hudson Edward Ford. Annabelle Monique Giroux. Annalise Moselle Hansen. Max May Heil. Lauren Grace Hodges. Audrey Grace Howe. Hallie Brianne Huber. Amara Lynn Molenhouse. Aaliyah Rose Ness. Elizabeth Ashley Newland. Olivia Ruth Quinton. Carly Jean Raskorshek. Miguel Reyna. Cheyenne Lena Rios. Zachary Tannen Ryersi. Connor Harold Saunders. Logan Thomas Swain. Jacob Austin Tripp. Hannah Elizabeth Williams. Mason Jeremiah Yates.
Please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2020, you are graduates.
what you meant when you said that you were spent. And now it's time to build from the bottom of the pit right to the top. Don't look back. Packing my bags and giving the academy a rain check. I don't ever wanna let you down. I don't ever wanna leave this town. 'Cause after all, this city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was.
Mr. Goss, the seniors of 2020 would like to present this sign as a gift to Xavier Charter School.
So this is where you fell, and lying left to sell. The path to heaven runs through miles of clouded hell right to the top. Don't look back. Turning to rags and giving the commodities a rain check. I don't ever wanna let you down. I don't ever wanna leave this town. 'Cause after all, this city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Oh, don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Oh, don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Oh, don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am.
Class of 2020, I gladly accept your gift to the Xavier Charter School, a gift that documents this very special and historical graduation. Thank you. Madam Chairperson, this is my last duty. I now confirm to you and through you to the Board of Trustees that the graduating class of 2020 at Xavier Charter School has duly been recognized as successful scholars and have entered and been received into the ranks of the alumni body of Xavier Charter School. At this time, I present the graduated class of 2020. Congratulations and thank you. Graduated seniors, please remember to pick up your pictures before you exit. And remember, please wait for our graduates to exit first, and then the attendants will exit your row separately. Thank you.
Okay, well, you want me to pull it? Get all the cables and stuff coiled up to that spot over there so these people aren't running over everything? Okay, I'm going to kill this camera. Stop the recording. Okay, power.
Well, that's it.
you were